So here we're going to multiply some fractions. It's super fun. The one thing that you want to remember with multiplying fractions is you do not need a common denominator. We can work on doing some cross-reducing. I call it cross-reducing, but really what we're working on is you can reduce any number from the top with any number from the bottom. Oftentimes this works out to where it is reducing diagonally, not necessarily every single time. So what reducing does is it just helps us get our numbers smaller before we have to multiply. So what I notice is we have a 6 and we have a 3. We can reduce a 6 and a 3 by dividing them both by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And then what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the numbers that we have left over. We've taken care of all of our reducing, so we have 1 times 2 equals 2 over 1 times 7, which is 7. And 2 over 7 is a reduced fraction. Alright, anytime that we have mixed numbers, we want to go ahead and take those out of mixed numbers. Get them into improper fractions. So remember, start with the denominator. Take 3 times 3. We're working our way around this way. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So we have 10 over 3. Bring down your multiplication symbol. We're going to do the same thing over here, working around, starting with the 5. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So we have 7 over 5. Alright, so what we're looking for is, do we have any reducing that we can do? Any number from the top with any number from the bottom. So this time, I'm going to use, oh good, it works. I'm noticing the 10 and the 5 can be reduced. Sometimes there's more reducing to do than just one diagonal. It could be the other diagonal as well. So we go ahead and reduce. 10 and 5 can both be divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Now we're going to multiply the numbers that we have left. You have 2 times 7 gives you 14 over 3 times 1 is 3. 14 over 3 is reduced, and even though it's improper, that's okay. We love our improper fractions. We can go ahead and leave it like that. Alright, so this next example we could approach two ways. If we want to kind of stick with our reducing that we do, you could go ahead and see if you have any numbers that reduce before we take care of all the variables. And I do notice we have a 3 up here and a 9 down here. So maybe we could go ahead, divide those both by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So we just reduced the numbers. What we want to do next is these algebraic fractions with all the variables. I do think it's easiest to work these out once you have them all in one fraction. So what I mean is, let's just go ahead and multiply straight across so that we can go ahead and reduce one fraction. We've actually done that in a previous chapter, so we're going back to old skill. So we have this 1 out front times, I guess there's a 1 in front of the c to the 4th. 1 times 1 is 1. You have your ab squared times c to the 4th. That's just going to be ab squared c to the 4th over. Now down here, you've got a 1 in front of the c multiplied by the 3. We always multiply our coefficients first. That 1 times 3 is 3. Then you've got a c times your a. Let's go ahead and alphabetize that. So ac. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to work through each piece of this, each variable one at a time, and do any reducing we can do. To start off, the 1 over the 3, we already did that reducing at the start of the problem, so we can leave that as 1 over 3. What I notice next is we have an a on the top divided by an a on the bottom. So we can do that canceling where 1a cancels with 1a, and all of our a's are gone. So we don't have any a's in our final answer. Moving on to the b's, so you do just one variable at a time, go through the a's, then go through your b's, then go through your c's. This b squared, there aren't any b's down here in the denominator to cancel that out, so that b squared is going to stay exactly where it is. Alright, then we move on to our c's. You can see that we have c to the fourth divided by c to the first power. Now if you want to keep thinking about this like canceling out like we did with the a's, this is c to the first power. This one c on the bottom is going to cancel out one of these c's from the top. Because you have more c's in the numerator, that's where your c's are going to end up. So if we had four of them, if we had four c's up here, and this one c on the bottom, cancel it out. You cancel one c down here with one c up here. You can see that we're left with three c's, or c to the third power. Now I'll go ahead and make that look a little bit better, but it is reduced. 1 times b squared c cubed is just a b squared c cubed. Go ahead and leave the 1 out front if you prefer, all over 3. And that's how we multiply algebraic fractions.